Willie, if we could start off, how's Zion doing?
I think he's going to be fine. We're obviously at the beginning of the week, and it was it just felt like it was something he was concerned about. And with his quad ham, and probably could have had him go, but it's you just didn't want to do that early in the game, and you want the guys to feel good about it when they're out there. So I think he'll be fine.
Is there any update on Dakota White and his status?
Yeah, it's going to be he's going to be out for the season.
Okay. What was the injury there?
He broke his foot.
Okay. And last week you highlighted missed tackles. Do you think that was better in this game, worse, about the same?
About the same. I think the thing we did a great job of the week before was, staying over the top and maintaining leverage. We had a lot of plays in space and didn't play them as well as what we needed to last Saturday. I think we had 15 missed tackles, but it was for quite a bit of yards after the miss.
Willie, in the game, Zy Strong at the dog position. Can you kind of what the decision was there and how you like?
Well, both those two guys are playing well. They're just about playing equal. One guy might play a little better than the other guy. Talking about Brandon Mack also, and Zy had played just a little bit better the week before, so we started him, and that's how we're going to work it the rest of the season. They both have their strengths and weaknesses, but I think when they're on point, we got two good players at that position.
At that position, is it sort of just from a production and how you want to use it? Is that kind of been a work in progress, or how do you feel like that's been at that spot?
Oh, I think it's that guy's got to do a lot of different things. He's got to rush. He's got to play big boy football. Sometimes he's in the B gap. Sometimes he's in the C gap. Sometimes he's got to be physical with a tight end or an offensive tackle. Plays in space some as well. He'll blitz in different gaps. So there's a lot on the plate for that position for us.
And if I could follow up at left tackle now behind David, how do you plan on shifting guys in terms of who will back up now?
Oh, well, Cedric Melton is he's been playing a little bit of tight end, a little bit of tackle for us. He'll exclusively be at the tackle position. Derek Joyner is another guy that can play inside, and so we got about 7-8 guys. Shamar Hobby Lee will also be in there. He's going to be a starter or play a bunch for us as well. So we'll probably roll 6-7 guys, but we got 8 that'll get a ton of reps this week during practice.
Coming off the bye week, Donovan's thrown each of the last 2 Mondays. Is that a function of the shoulder being better, or?
I think he's feeling good. We kind of listen to him. He listens to his body, and he tells us how he's feeling. If he's good to go, we're going to throw him. And at practice, it's you can get better watching, but you can get a whole lot better watching and participating. And so he's felt good, and so we're going with it.
Do you sense any frustration from players on offense about how things have been going?
Oh, I think everybody's frustrated a little bit, but you gotta put that on the back burner and be positive as you possibly can, and work hard. We all got a part in this. I got a big part in it, and coaches and the players and everyone involved in the program. There's a lot of things we can get better at, and as I've said before, and I've told the players this on numerous occasions. We got to play well to win. There's going to be a point in time where maybe we can bring our C game or D game and still win, but that's not the case right now. And if we just got to play well in all 3 phases. We didn't do that last Saturday, and that's what happened.
Willie, after the game Saturday, you had discussed the drop back passing aspect of things. Is that a tough in-season type thing to fix or to improve on?
Well, everybody wants to be able to drop back pass because those are when you get your big plays in the passing game, but unfortunately they're longer developing routes, so you got to hold on the ball as a quarterback, and you got to do a great job with protection. And, we had some busts with running backs with who they were picking up. We had some busts with, the offensive line and had some times maybe we should have thrown it. It was blocked, and there was someone to get the ball to, and we didn't. We held on to it. So there's a. I wish I could just point to one thing. That'd make everything easier. It'd be easier to fix if that was the point, but that's not the case here.
And speaking of the backfield, you've been able to use Stacy and different roles, the wheel route that he scored on there. Can you kind of just what he's brought to the table as the season's kind of gone on?
He's not a real big guy, but he's awful tough, and he's got great speed and movement, and he can catch the ball also, and he'll try to block guys too, so yeah, we got to utilize him. The more we can get him in space, the better.
Utah, as you look at them, sort of been a team that's had its share of and downs. Their quarterback's out. They made a change last night and play caller on offense. What do you see from them that you need to kind of focus on for Saturday?
Well, they've always been a very physical team, fundamentally solid in everything they do. I've watched them a little bit over the years. Probably get a chance to watch them once or twice a year. In the past, and that's what I see out of them. We're going to have to do a great job of not beating ourselves because they do everything in their power not to beat themselves. So all the things that are important to us in our plan to win, we've got to execute to the best of our ability because they're a very sound football team. They very seldom beat themselves.
You had 4 backs that got 3 touches each. Is that a function of no one getting hot?
Oh, there's some things that some backs do better than others, and so that's what they're going to do. So if we're, possibly going to call that particular play, we want to have that particular person in there. Yeah, but I think we talked about it last week as well. We wanted to get somebody out in front and be the bell cow for us, and we've had some good runs at times and some not so good runs, and some of that's a byproduct of the offensive line and the tight ends and the receivers downfield blocking as well. But we need to get our run game going. I thought we did a good job a couple weeks before, but we also need to get it going. We didn't do as good a job last week in the run game, and that's a lot of factors. Again, I wish I could point to one thing, but unfortunately I can't.
These two things may go hand in hand, but one, Boogie Johnson wasn't available, but Mackay was used quite a bit. Do you expect Stefan back? And with Mackay, what did you think of just how he responded to? Because he even said after the game he didn't anticipate maybe seeing as much action as he did.
Well, Stefan will play this week, so he's going to be fine. Mackay, one of the things about Mackay is he does a lot of things really well. So you can have him on the field and you don't have to substitute, whether he's blocking downfield or running a route or handing them the ball or whatever the case may be. So, and then the other thing he does, he plays really hard. Sometimes you play a guy 20 snaps, he plays real hard. You play him in 40, he has a hard time playing all 40 of them hard, but that's not the case with him. And he's also very valuable in the kicking game. It's kind of, you don't see all this, but he made a real nice catch on a punt return. He only got a 2-yard return on it, but he had to go a long way to catch it. And if he hadn't have caught it, probably would have bounced another 15, 20 yards the other direction. And they did a really good job with the kickoff return. He took it out, I think, to the 34, 35-yard line. They bounced one, and he got it, and we got some bodies on bodies. And, and he's a tough kid. He'll hit it vertical. Some guys are, that's not their favorite path, but he'll hit it straight up the field and does a really good job with that.
The Manjack catch was pretty nice.
Yeah, he did a really good job on it. It was a little bit wide, but it's going to be a wide throw because they have middle close safety, and you don't want that guy to be able to get involved in the play. But very nice catch by Joseph. Everybody good? Thank you.